Medialon Audio Server only likes Windows WAV files, but there's another variant of WAV files out there called a Broadcast WAV. And it's not really obvious to be able to tell the difference. Broadcast WAV files are typically generated by Digital Audio Workstation software like Adobe Premiere Pro or Pro Tools or Audition. But there is a way to clean them up and make them available or make them ready to be used by other software or hardware platforms that can't read broadcast wave, like the Medialon Audio Server. So the first thing we got to do is determine whether it's a broadcast wave. And the way that I do that is I use a tool called Beyond Compare. And I'm just going to compare this file to itself because I don't really care about the comparison, but more about looking at the binary data inside. So it's going to complain and say, this is the binary same file. Well, yeah, I know that because I just compared it to itself. We open it up, and first thing that we do is look way down at the bottom, and we see that there's this, it kind of looks like an HTML or XML tag. Scroll up a little bit, and we've got a whole bunch of sort of XML-y looking stuff. This is metadata about the original edit of the file, and all of that is stored inside that broadcast wave file. That is totally useless, and we cannot use that in the Medialon Audio Server world because it's not audio data. So we got to strip that out. Okay, so how do we strip that out? We use a software called Audacity. Audacity is a freeware that you can get online, and we'll just import that broadcast wave file, and you'll see that, oh, look at this. We have a stereo pair, and then below that we have 4 mono channels. So this looks like it is a 5.1 audio file that's been exported. That's fine. What we're going to do is export it. So let's go to the Edit Preferences, and in the Import Export, make sure that we are not mixing down to stereo, but we're using advanced mixing options. And when we do that, so we then check our project sample rate down here, 4800 or 48,000. That's fine. And then we're just going to export as a wave. And in here, I'm going to call this my clean wave. .wave, and I'm going to make sure that that is 24-bit, save, and then you'll see that it's taking that left and right channel, splitting them out into individual channels of the wave file. So export, maybe we want to change that software. Instead of being Adobe Premiere, we'll say that this was the Audacity export. Okay. And now we've got a clean wave file. So now we can compare those again with Beyond Compare. So I'm going to look at left and compare that. It opens up, loads up the file. First thing you'll see is there's some red markings here at the top saying that the a little bit of the header information has changed. But then you don't see any more red all the way through the data of the file, which means bit for bit we are identical to the broadcast wave. But then all of this data at the end of the file has been removed. So you'll see on the right hand side, some of it's changed a little bit, like the Audacity export and things like that. But then there's all of this extra information that's in the broadcast wave that's been stripped out of the clean version. And that is what we're going for. So that's how you export or clean up a broadcast wave to make a clean wave file that can be used by Medialon Audio Server. If you have any more questions, please give us a call at 407-205-5809 or email us at support@medialon.com.